Hello everybody. Today we are meeting our audience again on this Walailak Moving Forward program. This is a television online program of Walailak University featuring largely basically programs of studies and other significant activities organized or happening at Walailak University. Today we are going to talk about International College, Walailak University International College, which houses many degree programs. But before we go directly into the activities and programs of studies of the International College, I would like to mention a few words about the efforts to internationalize our university through programs, through degree programs and research projects. So Walailak University, particularly in the past 3.5 years, has been working very hard on internationalizing the activities of the university research, teaching and learning. We have adopted United Kingdom Professional Standards Framework from the UK in the area of teaching and research. Of course, we have now been recognized. We have been well ranked by such an organization like say Margo, Nature's Index, so on and so forth. So talking about Walailak University's International College, there are a number of the programs, there are degree programs including Bachelor of Engineering in Digital Innovation, Bachelor of Law in the International Law, Logistics, Accounting and Finance, and International Hospitality and Health Tourism Management. And today we are very fortunate to have staff from the International College Tourism Program, Rajendra Vikram, with us. So welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, VP Surin. All right, let's introduce myself. My name is Vikram and I'm from Singapore. And I've joined the Walailak University International College recently, and I'll be lecturing on the tourism programs and several other business subjects. Right, I think the topic for today is about the tourism program.
Yes, about tourism. So I think it's important to tell the audience what we have to offer, what is it about this program, and why anyone would like to join the program, the prospective students.
All right, I thank you for that question. All right, first of all, this program is an international college program, so both Thai and international students are welcome to join. Currently, staff and students combined, we have more than 20 different nationalities and more to come. And currently, we are in the second year running as a college. But for the International Hospitality and Health Tourism Program, we'll be kicking it off later this year. And we already have quite a number of prospective students who have already signed up. And we'll be seeing them soon. Right, so just some key features about this program. I have 5 in total, if you can see from the slideshow screen, which should be in tandem with my speech here. Is that firstly, this program is entitled International Hospitality and Health Tourism, meaning that the program has been designed with a global perspective, and it's taught by faculty from different countries. And not only our courses are all prepared in English, but we do take a holistic approach to this program. Other than the classroom, which I just mentioned, for instance, just very recently, we had a group of Hong Kong students who joined us for a study trip, and that's where our students got to mingle with them. And so therefore, it is not just in the context of the classroom, but we take a very holistic approach to exposing our students to a globalized arena, because I think that's very important.
Right, so basically, this program is offered in English, is taught in English, and the very nature of the program tourism is very internationalized already. But obviously, from what you've just said, for example, the Hong Kong students have come and joined us here at Walailak University, it shows that you are also quite strong on international context.
Of course, yeah, definitely. That's the crux of tourism. It's a social activity, and we have to prepare our students in the correct context of globalization.
Yes. Right.
So again, it's not just in English, but it's also in a globalized context. And Hong Kong is just one of the places that we have partnerships or MOUs with.
Right.
We have MOUs with several others and much more to come.
Right.
Yes. The second unique point that I would like to highlight here is that, well, most universities in the world, in Thailand, have tourism and hospitality programs, TNH programs. However, we take TNH programs to the next step by including niche segments of tourism. In academic terms, we call this alternative tourism. So for instance, we talk about health tourism. Health tourism is a niche segment of tourism, and not many countries can claim that as an advantage, but Thailand is a place where many health and medical tourists actually come. It's a go-to place. Healthcare is quality, high quality, and at reasonable costs. So this being one of the sectors that is up and coming and supported by the government, we here at WUIC see this as an opportunity to inculcate this into our program to make it a more advantageous for our graduates. So therefore, the second half of our program is actually on health tourism. So there's actually a major in that. So WUIC is one of the International College, WUIC, I'm sorry if I did not mention this earlier on. Walailak University International College, WUIC.
WUIC, yes, that's right.
It's one of the few colleges that specializes in this niche area.
Yeah.
And I would like to echo what you said earlier on about our emphasis on research. With emphasis, continuous emphasis on research, it enables us to move forward all the time. And we bring this forward thinking into our curriculum design and into our classrooms and into our students as well.
And Vikram, as you know, Walailak University is very strong in the area of health sciences. So by having this niche market in the tourism program on health, I think that's a very clever, because then it means you can take advantage of the strength that this university has had over the years, health, and we are having a huge hospital being completed and being operational in the next couple of years. So I guess that's a pretty consistent with the very strength of this university already.
I guess so. And in any case, academia is going towards collaboration across a multidisciplinary, taking a multidisciplinary approach. And you are right. So we can have our students mingle with our health and science students, medical students, to better our programs. Because from there we can understand the patient's needs, the industry's needs, right at our backyards. Yeah, so I think that's a good idea.
And Vikram, you were talking earlier about the memoranda of understandings that we have with many universities in the world. Can you elaborate further on that, please?
Oh, yes. That is actually number 3 right now. We have the next point to talk about international collaborations. The tourism program that we have here is in collaboration with Coventry University, and that's from the UK. And Coventry University has been known for their international collaboration. They are one of the more highly rated universities over there. And so therefore, this program that we have here is actually a dual degree program. Meaning to say, it's a 4-year program. The first 3 years to be done in Thailand, in Walailak University right here, where we kind of prepare them. And in the 4th year, they can opt to go to Coventry University to complete the degree over there. So the result will be 2 degrees, one from our Walailak University and the other one from Coventry University.
Right.
So the advantages are clear. You don't need to spend 4 years in UK. The money, is not cheap to fly all the way across the other side of the world. And at the same time, you do get the qualification that you seek. So 2 degrees instead of 1 in this taking this approach. And on top of that, in terms of job placements, there's also enhanced opportunities.
Yeah,
in that
absolutely, absolutely. And Vikram, you are from Singapore, and well, Singapore is very advanced in terms of higher education, and you are here to help build Walailak University's International College. How would you compare the situation in two countries?
Oh, okay.
Briefly.
Briefly, yeah, okay. Just not going to too much specifics here. Well, Singapore has been known to have a high level of education, and I would say that the education system in Thailand is definitely on the right track, and especially Walailak University being on the right track to promote research, which is the cornerstone of any higher education institution in order for its improvements. Singapore went on this road a couple of decades ago, and they have prospered in terms of educational practice. So in comparison, well, I'm not going to talk about the climate and food because in the two countries we are Southeast Asia, and definitely we have some similarities there. But we are on the right track, definitely, if I compare it correctly. And I can envision that Thailand, Walailak University, would be a place to go to for students in future. And that's what we are building up to. We are building up to that stage where we are recognized internationally. And Singapore also has partnerships with many great universities in the world. For example, the medical school in Singapore has a university with Duke University, one of the best in the world. And the law school with Yale from US. So moving along those lines, collaborative partnerships with recognized universities around the world, that's the way to go.
Okay. You are new here, Vikram, but I understand you have already traveled to many places in Nakhon Sri Thammarat. By the way, Nakhon Sri Thammarat is one of the largest provinces in the country, and there are many tourist places here in the province itself, and you have traveled to some of these places. What is your impression?
Nakhon Sri Thammarat, if my pronunciation is correct. This is why I call it NST. I mean, forgive me, I'm a foreign person. There are a lot of hidden gems in this part of Thailand. As a tourist, as you may know, we only know 3 places in Thailand: Bangkok, Phuket, and Chiang Mai. That's all we know. But after having been here, and the staff have been kind enough to take me around, I visited Kiriwong village.
Kiriwong, yes, nearby actually, not very far from here.
And I couldn't imagine that they had such beautiful landscapes. I mean, they are so picturesque. You can put them on postcards.
Yes.
The water streams, the clean air, the ozone, the cleanest ozone in Thailand, I suppose. And these are hidden gems only known to the locals, not to the foreigners. So if I were to take that into context with what we are proposing here in our program, is that it is in the hopes that our tourism efforts, both in research, in faculty, in teaching, and in the institution, to promote this to the wider audience around the world, because these are hidden gems that would make us more recognized.
Right. How would you incorporate these interesting things like Kiriwong and other places into the teaching and learning in tourism program?
Okay. I can see this basically in 2 ways. One is via study trips, obviously. We just bring students there to mingle with the community, to learn what they do, and to understand about sustainability. Because many of these rural places, they are at the brink of extinction, globalization, global warming. So efforts like in tourism can actually bring about sustainability. So study visits is one. And the next one I can think of is research. Continuous research.
Right.
Faculty, not just students, going out to the community to address their issues, to find out more, study them, and to have recommendations on their improvement, so they will work together to stem this. So I can see that working very well. And that's a direction that I think even the government here is going towards.
Yes, I really like that point about sustainability research. I mean, if you conduct research in order to maintain the place and to promote sustainability of tourism, that I mean that in itself you end up playing not only the academic side of things but also conservation.
Yes, I think that's the crux of academia, is to create a better world for all of us, right, in our own ways. Yes. Okay, so if I may go on to the next
please,
point.
yeah.
Yes, very interesting. All right, the next unique selling point that WUIC has in terms of our hospitality and tourism program here is that, just like our School of Management, we have partnerships with industry players, 5-star hotels and resorts in Krabi, in Samui, and also perhaps in Phuket as well. And these, we have these agreements in the form of work integrated learning programs. Now, many of us may not be very familiar with what this is. Most of us, I believe in the audience, would be familiar with internship programs. But work integrated learning is more than internships. We actually bring the students into another classroom, into the real world classroom. So perhaps just to explain this, a sample course would be like food and beverage operations, FBO. We conduct about 6 lessons here to cover the theoretical aspects, and then we ship the students to the hotels, and they will be attached to experts. So in this case, unlike internships where the hotel decides where to deploy the students, they will have to deploy the students in agreement with us, which means in this case to the kitchen, to the restaurants, and that's where all the experts, the practitioners themselves, will teach them according to the curriculums we've set. And once that is over or throughout the way, we will jointly assess the students. So faculty and the experts come together to assess the students to see what they have learned. This is great because this ensures relevance.
Right. In fact, here, this point about WIL, or Work Integrated Learning, or WIL, or WIL, has been implemented quite successfully by Walailak University. Here, many programs actually, particularly tourism, the Thai language part of it, with hotels in Samui Island. So yes, absolutely. I think again, international university or whoever join us, students who join international college doing tourism will be able to take advantage, will have an opportunity to take advantage of the already well-established existing practice like WIL that you are going to use at your program, in your program as well. So absolutely, this is things that I am pretty sure will benefit students. And so the next thing, Vikram, that I would like you to address is the job opportunities, employment opportunities for graduate, for graduates of tourism in the future.
Okay. All right, I think that's a very important question, always on any prospective student's minds. Well, I have to say tourism is a key component of Thailand's economy. More than 20% of our GDP goes to tourism. So on that end, I would say there's no shortage of careers in this field, present and future. So students can expect to work in a variety of industries, hotel management, airline operations, ground and in-flight tour agency operations, food and beverage, resorts, health and spa, and even the tourism agencies like TAT, Tourism Authority of Thailand. And with our specialization, they may also look at things like medical and health tourism. Yes, we've also have some partnerships with a couple of hospitals, major hospitals in Bangkok already. Yeah, so we are moving towards that end as well. Yeah. Furthermore, for the students who have opted to study in the UK, they have yet another set of opportunities, because if they do so in the UK, they become alumni of Coventry University, and job placement opportunities would be present in UK and in Europe as well.
Yes, I think Coventry, of course, is very strong in many areas, including tourism. And I think it is right to establish relationship with such university, providing more opportunities for our students.
Yes, of course.
What sort of qualifications of admission for students would you like to say about that? Those who are interested in joining the program,
Okay.
what would you say about their qualifications, entrance for them to enter the program?
Okay. They will require to have high school or secondary school equivalent qualifications, just like any other degree program.
Yes.
At the basic level is a pass degree, a pass high school qualifications, GPA 2.0, this is the normal. However, I think at this juncture, I may like to also mention that Walailak University International College also offers some scholarships in the form of full fee waivers or partial fee waivers. Those will be, of course, subject to conditions like higher GPA scores and portfolio assessments. So students generally can join WUIC, and we can present them the opportunities so long as they meet these minimum criteria. In any case, they can log into our website and our Facebook page, send us a message, and we can assess from there as well.
Right. It's very interesting. I observe, Vikram, I am quite impressed with the International College, because every time I join your activities at the college, I feel very, very warm, you know. There is sort of warmth in there. I mean, there's some close relationship between staff and students, staff and staff, lecturers and students themselves. They help organize activities, and they seem very, 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 close, really. Can you say, because I don't go there often, but from time to time, I've been invited there, and I'm quite impressed. And you can shed some light on that.
Okay, first of all, we are always honored to have you there. Of course we are. And I think, as the saying goes, variety is the spice of life. So that's what the International College can offer. Recently, we had our second anniversary celebrations, the week-long celebrations. And in one of those nights, I believe you were present.
Yeah.
It was a cultural night where students presented about themselves and about where they come from. So we have students from various parts of Africa who shared with us their culture. They even had a small cultural dance, which I personally have not seen, and I got to see there. We've got a few students, 2 girls from Papua New Guinea, which also gave us a very interesting insight into how life is like on that side of the world. Bhutan, we have 2 students of Bhutan. So all these things provide variety. And of course, not to mention, we have a handful of Thai students as well. So when you put all this together, it becomes a beautiful blend of cultures. And it's very enriching, because our students now go back with half the world in their pockets with all these new experiences. And of course, this goes a much longer way, because after they graduate, they have various places to go with contacts ready. So it's good for both social reasons and professional development.
This is very interesting, because the college is very multicultural, because you have multinational staff, staff from many countries, and then students also represent so many countries. This is a very truly multicultural, which is something laudable. I think countries are now trying to promote multiculturalism because such a diverse cultures that people bring enrich the place. So it's really interesting. Probably that's explain the warmth that I can feel it at the college. And it's interesting, people come from different backgrounds, but they come and they enjoy, they share experiences. Perhaps there may be some differences among themselves, but they sort these things out. So it's really more than a tourism by the look of it. I mean, this is an international, like an international body.
Exactly. So tourism is actually part of the college's culture already. Yes. So I think it's
indeed.
fantastic. Yeah, students can benefit so much from this multiculturalism, because whether we want to face it or not, the world is getting smaller, it's getting more globalized. It is a trend that cannot go backwards. So the Walailak University International College embraces the challenge of globalization to bring cultures together and meld them as one.
Yes, yes, indeed. That is, those who have not seen it, probably it might be a bit amazed, but when you actually see it, you've got to believe it, because this is something that I've been impressed by, and I think sometimes you don't know that you are doing other things apart from academic as well, which is promoting international understanding, bringing people both on the side of the staff and student. Is I feel very happy about your activity, helping, enhancing, enriching the place culturally speaking.
You should come to our classrooms
and
see the debates over there.
Yeah, that's right. And can you mention a few words about teaching facilities?
Yes, of course. As mentioned before, I'm from Singapore, but yet I was pleasantly surprised at the technological equipment that are present in our classrooms. We call them smart classrooms here. And in these classrooms, we have cameras all over to facilitate presentations, television screens at every corner to facilitate small group discussions. And these high technological equipment actually facilitates better learning. And we have, all the classrooms are obviously internet ready, and these things can give us a break away from the monotonous lectures that we are all used to in the past. So our classrooms here, although we are in a very rural part of Thailand, it's quite refreshing. It's quite refreshing to see classrooms that have such high technologies involved. Yeah, it facilitates a lot of our learning.
You have touched very briefly already on admission. Can you say a little bit more about people who are interested in applying for to join the program? What do they have to do?
Oh, okay. I have a simple answer to that. Visit our Facebook, visit our website, send us a message, and someone will get back to you very soon. We are very eager to hear from any student who wants to join us.
Yes.
And we view all students with equal opportunity.
Of course, they have to send in Thai or in English.
Can
they send in Thai? Request
they
in Thai?
They can request, because some of them are requesting on behalf of someone else, so they may do that. We welcome all that. We can speak a variety of languages, English and Thai among them. But however, admissions are often viewed on a case-to-case basis. And we are an international college, so we have to see different countries have different high school requirements and high school qualifications. So we will need to assess them on a very case-to-case basis. But as I want to reinforce, this is an equal opportunity college. We will view all applications unbiasedly and objectively.
Okay, I think we have covered so many issues today about tourism program in the Walailak University's International College, and I would like to again thank Vikram, who has been playing a very important role in strengthening the tourism program. And I think university as senior management of the university, I'm very grateful for your assistance and
Pleasure.
for your efforts to build the program. And I think we have to draw the program to a conclusion now. And thank you so much for your time.
Okay, thank you, VP
Yeah,
Surin.
thank
you very much.
So this is the program for today, and see you again in our next program. Thank you.